Hi everyone, Miss Tiffany here. Welcome to my lesson in art journaling. Today I will be teaching two techniques combining social emotional well-being and painting. The supplies you will need for this activity are an art journal such as this, or watercolor paper, a ballpoint pen, I prefer to use black for this, a set of watercolors, and a jar of water to clean your brush. If you don't have watercolors, that's okay. You can skip this part and use colored pencils or markers or whatever art medium you have. For the first part of this lesson, we're going to be doing something called brain dumping, which is a way for us to kind of eliminate any clutter that's in our minds and move stagnant energy and release whatever's kind of stuck up here that needs to get out. And what I love about this particular format is that rather than journaling or writing down in a diary where there's a risk of somebody being able to read what you've written, this is a way to get everything out of your mind in a way that nobody, even you, can go back and look at it and judge anything you've written. So this is a really beautiful way to release anything that's in your mind without fear of judgment, without censoring yourself, without worrying about anybody seeing it, because you won't even be able to read what you've written at the end. Here's an example of a piece that I've done. The black pen part is the brain dumping, and this part with the heart is the watercolor blowing technique that I'm going to show you. What I love about this is it's not only therapeutic, but in the end, you get a beautiful piece of art out of it. Before I begin brain dumping, I like to pause and take a few breaths and set an intention. So let's do that together. 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now, when you start writing, you'll probably notice that you're going to try to be a little bit more legible at first. But what we want is for the writing to be big, loopy, and not even necessarily look like letters or words. So you're allowing the thoughts to flow through, physically going through your hand, through the pen, but it shouldn't make sense on this end, if that makes sense. The goal is to not be able to read anything you've written, so you cannot judge yourself, and you are really giving yourself a space to allow anything that needs to come forth to release from your body. Another important thing to note is not to stop and think about anything you're writing. You really want it to be a constant stream of words, thoughts, energy coming through you without being too much in the analytical mind. So do your best to just write as much as you can, write, and let it all come through without pausing. So just let that hand just keep moving, even if you feel like the things don't make sense that are coming forth. And sometimes for me, it's just affirmations, things that I want to affirm in my life. So it doesn't necessarily have to be negative energy coming through. It can be positive as well. So as you begin to let the thoughts flow through your hand on the paper, I want you to turn the page. Write a little bit, turn. Write a little bit, turn. Keep going this way, so by the end of it, it just looks like a jumbled mess of scribbles. I typically like to light a candle when I practice this and put on some calming music, maybe some high energy, frequency healing sounds, and it kind of helps you get into the mental state to be able to allow and let go and release whatever needs to be released. So I invite you to put on some music, light a candle, set the tone, and follow along with me at your own pace. And whenever you feel finished, go ahead and put your pen down. So when you feel like you're finished and you've gotten everything out, it should look a little bit something like this. So now's the time to get your paint ready. And if you don't have paint, you can just make a beautiful design, whatever you like, with whatever art medium you have. Today I'm going to teach you a beautiful technique where we use watercolor and a lot of water with our air to blow away from our painting and create this really lovely radiating effect. I usually like to do hearts, so I'm going to show you a heart. What you want to do for this is pick whatever color you like. I was just automatically drawn to purple, so I'm going with that. You want to put a lot of water down, and for the first bit, you're just going to draw your main shape. So I'm going to make this heart. And the beautiful part of this is we're not creating this art to be a masterpiece or to impress anybody else. Art expression, just like dance and singing, isn't about being good. It's about enjoying the process, which everybody deserves to do, whether they meet some sort of standards of society or not. So when I've got the base of my heart, I'm going to pick some different colors and put a lot of water down. I'm going to drop some of this color down on the edge. And I've got a good puddle. I'm going to pick it up and blow. So let's see if you can see that. There we go. See how it creates this spoke? And what I love about this is it's not controlled. You never know what it's gonna look like because when you blow, the water will go any direction. So it's kind of a nice way to embrace not having control and letting go a little bit and the beauty that comes from that. So I'm going to drop a little orange next to this red. Make sure I get a lot of water in there. And then quickly, ooh, that was a cool one. I hope you enjoyed this art journaling lesson today. I would love to see what beautiful creations you make, so please feel free to email me at wilderparadigm@gmail.com or tag us in your photos on Wilder Paradigm on Instagram and Facebook. Have a beautiful day, everyone.